What's good, world? Valentine on the track. It's a G'd up clip presentation.
I'm so cold the way I do my thing on the block. Got you looking now. See, I'm ice cold. The way your boy can make a knot. Whoa, the streets know this G throw. Don't ask what the stain is. That's none of your biz. But you see what it is when I put it in your face. Big boss nigga, yeah. I hand.
What's the damn deal, y'all? What's up with it? What's up with it, man? You already know what time it is. It's getting heavy. Fridays. You know what I'm talking about? It's your boy Clarence G. And guess who we got back in the building? You know what I'm talking about?
It's me.
Yo, say we got the guest backstage. You know what I'm talking about? It's definitely going down. So yeah, let's just get into it, man. Let's give a warm welcome for Pac Manson. It's Manson, bitch.
It's Manson.
Yes. Yeah. What's up with it, man? Let's give him a round of applause. Oh, you was already on it. My bad. Yeah, Madam Secretary. I forgot. Yeah, okay. Yeah. What's up with it, brother?
What is good, my man? We actually just we coming off a show last night. You know, we had the show last night. Man, Clarence, I'm gonna be all the way real with you. I've been promoting all week, and about 15 minutes ago, I went, "Oh damn, I got an interview." In my mind, this last 30 minutes, I was like, "Well, I don't know where I went. I need to call my plug. Tell me some good smoke you got."
Man, already, man. That's what's up. Yeah, you had that what? The vibe check? Was it the vibe check?
Yeah, we had. I was on part one, and I helped get some new artists on this one. Some of the younger, like I try and help the new generation, like the younger talent. You know, this kind of fresh on the scene, get plugged in with the people that is throwing in shows and the promoters and whatnot, because that's what it's about. Like, I'm like, hey, we work together. I'll plug you in, and so they asked me like, hey, we got extra slot. You wanna rock again? I was just doing it because my homie, White Marley is a good buddy of mine. Before he was an artist, he was just strictly a fan. He always supported, bought my merchandise, bought my CDs, came to shows and whatnot. So when he asked, I was like, yeah, I got you. Like, you family. Yeah, but it ended up turning into a much larger opportunity, like on behalf of us, because it just so happened that a buddy of mine that's like within my family that I've known for a few years, but haven't really had a chance to link with on a music/business tip was going to be in town. And he was like, I'm coming to the show and I'm bringing label reps from Universal Records. I'm gonna bring some of my investors up there. And I was like, oh, whatever. So, and of course I ended up, they were wild. So he was like, they loved you. We need to talk. We got the studio open now. I know we've been sharing that, the Tripopoly Money Gang studio. They've been donating, and shout out to Chaz Buchanan at Halton Theater. He donated like a $2,000 interface. My boy DJ Gary Z has donated like some compressors and stuff up there. Like, so but he was in Hollywood. Like, he used to be on Prison Break. He was a big actor. He DJs for like Motley Crue and stuff. So he's got a lot of connects. And he brought. I don't know if y'all familiar. I mean, y'all might know the name. Some people are not familiar with the show because they didn't watch it. But from Netflix fame, Tiger King.
Yeah. I'm hip.
The dude that like got him hemmed up, essentially, James Garrison, is from here. He brought James Garrison to the show last night. James Garrison's like a self-made millionaire. It's like a bud investor. So now he's like, I want to do future shows with y'all. And I was like, well, man, I just was trying to do a show for my homie. I didn't know it was going to turn into this grand scheme of things.
That's good shit, man. See, that's that good positive energy, brother.
So, I'm excited because, like, I was already excited. Because, I've been promoting the Mike Will Made It album that I'm about to drop, and I've been putting the finishing touches on that. And now I'm working with Zaytoven and a couple other big name producers, Tasty Beats. So, like, that alone had me excited. And now it's like, this guy's locally, he knows my family. He's been in the business a long time. He's got Hollywood connects. He's got
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, y'all.
I'm frozen.
You don't froze up, fam. I don't know if you can hear me.
Now I see I'm looking on this verse tracker. He's from Fort Worth.
Yeah.
He's here locally?
Yeah.
millionaire investor. And I'm like, well, dang. It seems on grind.
Look, he came right back in. You have you're freezing up
for a lot of us, but like, oh,
yeah, hey brother, you freezing up, man. Well, you got.
Yeah, it froze on me. I was like, I'm right next to my router and everything. I know what I'm doing.
Hey,
I'm like, I'm sitting right next to the router. I got fiber wire, AT&T. I'm about to call y'all up. I had another device.
You into the hard line?
No, I got that fiber optic, but I forgot my kiddo got his phones and his Xbox. I had to go turn some stuff off real quick. I was like, let me turn this off. I forgot you got about 8 devices on this dang Wi-Fi.
So yeah, I was asking Clarence. I didn't realize that you was here locally in Texas. I'm out here too. I'm in Garland.
Okay, yeah. I'm born and raised Fort Worth, west side of Fort Worth. Lived here, my whole life, except for my unfortunate visits to the state's finer establishments. But yeah. So like, I just try and represent for Texas in and of itself, but for our city locally, and I've been able to branch out. Fortunately, been able to work with some big names and whatnot. I just always try and make sure wherever I go, they know I'm from the 817. I'm like, I'm holding it down for the funk.
Already, man, already. So, hey, how'd you come about your name?
Okay, so backstory on this. I came up. Like, I listened to hip hop, I listened to rap. I was in early days, NWA, Eazy-E, Tupac and shit. But I was always more like listening to like Nirvana and like alternative grunge music and stuff as a kid. So, and like in high school, I started singing for a band. Like I did, like we had like a rock band, and as I said earlier, I ended up getting in trouble, doing some jail time. And while I was in jail, like these fools asked me to freestyle with them one day. I was like, man, I can't, man. What are you talking about? I can't rap. I can't freestyle. Like, they're like, well, you do songs and you have rhyme patterns. Just like try and, do some common word rhyme association. So I was like, whatever, man, I'll try. And I mean, I guess that's when I discovered I was pretty good. So they were like, you should write some stuff down. And at that time, true story. Now, this is crazy. This is gonna make you laugh, Clarence. True story. At that time, like I was in high school going to Western Hills. This is like the height of like, well, not the height because he'd been around forever, but like this is when he exploded on the scene and was like the big shock controversy, is when Marilyn Manson was real popular, like in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember Manson.
Like when he blew up and was on the whole like Alice Cooper, shock rock, crazy stuff, controversy stir. So when I went to school, I'd wear like a lot of his stuff, and people would be like, they called me and my buddy, they'd be like, look, there's Marilyn and Manson. So people would just always call me Manson. And when I went to jail one day, this dude was like, he wrote me a letter, and he drew a little Pac-Man, and he'd put like Marilyn Manson eyes, like the black eye and the white eye, like the contacts. And I was just like, Pac Manson, and I was like, that's pretty cool, and it just stuck with me. And then everybody started calling me that, and I was like, that's something, it just stuck. I was like, I like it, it's catchy. And then I felt like my dad used to joke and be like, that's not a rapper name. You got to come up with something cooler than that. And I was like, well, I don't, that may be true, but I can promise you there's only going to be one of Pac Manson. It ain't going to be, I'm not going to worry about having that, somebody else having that name.
Yeah, already. Man, I never knew you was in a band, bro.
Yeah, like that's like my high school. Bro, Clarence, I used to wear black eyeliner and everything. I was wild back in the heyday. It was like, boy, somewhere, I've tried to keep it hidden. my kid's mom has seen it, but somewhere one of my high school friends got a yearbook where I had some on in the yearbook. I was like, oh man, don't publish that. Like, that's one of them VH1 specials right there. Where are they now? But that's why, like, my boy Big Cliff, like, 'cause, you know, Big Cliff got the rap rock band. They just dropped their new video. Why? My boy Cliff's band, remember the name. We actually have the show. They're co-headlining the show with us next month, the Mayday show. It's actually his birthday bash. We're doing it for his birthday bash, and he got the rap rock band. So it's kind of like why I push them a lot too, because I'm like, I've always done shows with Cliff. We've always thrown shows together. We, you know, battled together in Live from the Block, and we've done mixtape stuff together. But now that he's finally got his band together, I push that because I'm like, I come from that background. That's a cloth I'm cut from, Cliff. So like, you know, I want to see you succeed in that avenue too.
Right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So when did your character come out, man? The Joker. I know you're a big fan of Joker.
Yeah. Like, okay, so like I said, like, you know, like in high school, I do stuff like back in high school, like at the whole Marilyn Manson time, like I was real big into comic books. I used to draw comic characters and stuff. I got Spawn tattooed on me. That's my favorite comic book character. And so, you know, I'd see stuff, Joker, like the original Batman, you know, the 89 Jack Nicholson and whatnot. And I just it was a character that was like a villain that I always felt like I related with. Like I could understand why he was doing what he was doing. Like, it's like, you know, most villains, they portray him, they're just some crazy madman. But like he was logical and well thought out. And it was more like you could almost understand his side of things. You're like, well, I mean, that's a little bit crazy the way you handling it, but I get where you're coming from. So I just kind of like fleshed out on that. And I was always into doing theatrics. Like as a performer, I always understood, like I took marketing in college, and I always understood that like anybody can get up there and perform, but who's going to get up there and give a performance that the people are going to remember, or include theatrics, or do something, bring stage props, whatever it may be to stand out. You know, because if you have a showcase, you're going to see a lot of artists that night, but you want to stand out. So I learned that in marketing, and I always thought like, you know, do something different, give them something that they can take home with them at the end of the night. And really, like it was in Live from the Block when I started battling. I kind of like, I had already done voice impressions. I already liked Joker, Heath Ledger's character as well. And I did a show or a rematch with somebody where I battled them, and in the third round I had a white beanie on, but it was really a ski mask, and I pulled it down like in my
I'm looking at this screen right here.
and with a ski mask on it, and it just kind of stuck with them. They was like, bro, he was like on some Joker stuff. And then I just started running with us, the music videos. I went and got the tattoo, and you know, I started incorporating it because I felt like if I can incorporate that into live shows and music videos. The thing is, like, sad but true. Sadly, and it's the same in a lot of areas, but we experienced it in Fort Worth as well. You have people that are always going to support you, but a lot of people have that crack in the bucket mentality. They want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them. I'm one of them people. I'm like, I don't care who get on, as long as we eating and ripping, like I'm cool or whatever. So that having been said, you know, people don't necessarily embrace you like you might feel they should. But if you give them a character that they can either love or hate, they're more likely to embrace that. And I'm like, people either going to love the Joker or they're going to hate it, but they're going to have an opinion, and they probably going to talk about it because I do a good performance. So it's more a way to engage them and get them off thinking, oh, that's Pac Manson. Now it's like, no, that's the Joker. He crazy or whatever, you know, so it justifies his actions. So, And so, it's helped. Like, I really felt like once I started doing that more in my battles and on stage, I really felt like my career was already in a good place, but I feel like that helped propel it to the next level. That's definitely one of the things that got Mike Will's attention. He told me, like, straight up when he reached out to me, like, I saw a clip of your video. I like the image and the presentation. Like, I thought that was dope. It's not something that I got to create or push for you. You already have an image and a character that you branded and you're running with. It's successful. So.
Oh, that's what's up. He reached out to you. That's dope shit.
Yeah, he reached out to me. You know, I got the Joker shirt on and everything. I got the chain. But he's who connected me. Like, okay, so I got the Why So Serious album set to drop. I'm actually supposed to go to the studio tonight and do a track with my brother Kata Felon and get my boy Molly G's to lay a verse. I got a Wu-Tang Clan tribute track that I wrote after watching last season of the Wu-Tang series. I got inspired, and I wanted to write a verse where I'm essentially like naming all of the members, but in a creative way. And when I did it, it came out. The hook came out sounding like a Pop Smoke type hook, which I was not intending to do. But when we mixed it, I was like, "Oh, that sounds dope! Like, keep it like that." Like,
Yeah.
and then just him being from New York, Wu-Tang with a New York connect. The only person I know and am friends with from New York is Molly G's. He just so happens to be an incredible rapper. So I was like, "Yo, I need you on this for the album. Like, hey, this on the Mike Will album. It's only right if I'm going to do a tribute to a legendary group from your city that you blessed, the mic with me."
Yeah.
Like with him reaching out, he gave me a lot of features, like, and really, this is by far like my most industry sounding album. It's definitely my magnum opus as far as the features are on it, because I got Scarface on it, I got Young Thug on it, I got Swifty McVay from D12 on it, I got Aaron Cohen from New York on it. I got Ayo and Teo were on it. Like, I got a lot of stuff on here, and I did plus the production from Mike Will and production. Like on the back end, I was gonna use some on this album, but I decided to save it. And I was like, man, I just don't want to oversaturate it. I can give me something to do after I push this. But he ended up plugging me in with Zaytoven, because like a lot of people know, like, speaking of the video, the Talking to Myself is a Young Dolph Talking to My Scale remix. I'm a big fan of Young Dolph. So when he tapped in and was like, "Hey, Mike Will reached out to me. He said you good business, you a good act I should look at," and essentially made that connection. Now it's like,
shit.
Excuse me. Now he's sending me beats. So I got, like, he sent me 10 tracks, like paperwork, tagged, all that, and was like, "Let's work. You a dope artist. Let's get a push." First it was Mike Will. Now Zay. Now you got the labels starting to talk and stuff. So I'm like, I always believed this was possible, but now that it's kind of happening, I'm still a little baffled, because I'm humble. I'm humble. I'm not like big headed, like, yeah, look at me. I'm just like, this is crazy. This is really happening. Like,
yeah. Hey, shit. Are you ready?
Yeah, good.
It's funny you say that, Clarence. It's funny you ask that. Okay, because I'm older now, like, I'm 41 years old. A lot of people don't know that. And I stay in shape. I'm born in 81. I'm an 80s baby. I always felt like if you had asked me that question 10 years ago, I would have thought I was ready. I would have been like, yeah, I'm ready, man. The money, I got the skill, I got the swag, I got the rap ability. I need that money now. But I realize now, looking back, my mentality, I was too hot-headed. I was too, I hadn't learned enough life lessons yet. And I know, had I attained some level of fame like that, there's things that come with that, like invasion of privacy, paparazzi, stuff like that. I don't feel like now, knowing myself, I would have been able to keep my cool in a situation like that. Like, for a lot of times, but eventually you get to a point where you like, man, back up off me, man. Like, I'm about to snap. But now that I've like,
money, shit.
Yeah, but now that I've done some growing, like now that it's actually happening, that's a question I've asked myself, and I've done some reflecting. And I'm like, as an artist, like, I feel like I'm ready now because I have the knowledge and the mindset to understand how to invest, not like, essentially most people, we feel like a deal or whatever is the end all be all. And they don't teach you about how to finance and flip your money. They teach you, well, you get money, you spend it, and it's just you think you're going to get it back like that. But most people want to go rush the stunt. Let me buy this expensive car and let me buy this house. But they're not thinking, I got to pay property tax on this house, and I got to pay the utility bills to keep it running and furnished, and that's going to add up depending on the size and the kilowatts. They don't teach you that. So like, I had to learn all that. And now that I've learned that, I'm like, now I'm in a place mentally where, like, when it pans out like it's looking like it's going to pan out, like, I'm going to be good on the back end. I'm going to stack my cake, try and help my people get themselves in the same position and just, go live a comfortable life somewhere.
Right. We got Dustin Hopper tuning in. And what did he say?
He's actually done a lot, but we can shout out to Matt Clark. He said was good.
What's good?
Dustin. But
we got Ricciano in the building.
Ricciano, my boy.
Get his name wrong.
Yeah, say you got it jumping up in here, man. That's what's up. Yeah, shit. Didn't mean to cut you off like that. Right?
Yeah. Oh no, you good.
excited about? I mean, not just completing your album, but
Yeah,
and all of that comes with it. Are you ready for all of that as well?
well, on this one, I've been working on this album for 2 years. Like I started it, like I made the connection right before the pandemic. So like when Corona hit, I was like, I mean, the timing, we weren't able to do shows. I was kind of like, when you forced to be at home more, so you can work on music. But I knew, given the nature of the entertainment business and understanding, like normally the way most people write albums, or essentially how they suggest you do an album, you might record 25, 30 songs and take like the best that you feel is the best 12, 13, 14 labels do the same thing. And then they'll scrap the rest, give or take a few songs here or there. And normally the way I was doing stuff, now I got 7 mixtapes on Dat Piff. I've got a couple of group albums with big name features with my boy Crooked. We got the Back to the Future album, me and Chad, my brother Mad Chad, who passed away. We were able to get a Never Caught Sober album out as a group project before that. And that had some big names, like we got Yo Gotti and Too Short, and Bubba Sparks, and a bunch of other Young Buck, some other names on that album. Like that was a crazy album. So the way I would always do that, it was like I would decide how many songs are going to be on the album. Okay, we want 14 songs, and just the first 14 songs we would record, we'd try to think of concepts and themes for each one, and that's what we'd run with. I didn't record extra and filter out the
right,
stuff that I might be good, but might not necessarily fit the content or the message or the flow of the album in and of itself. But I would just throw them out, and I would get good reviews on them because they're like, yeah, you can rap, you got bars, you're good at making songs. This time I knew it's like essentially now you're working with a major industry producer and you're getting industry level beats. You need to take your time and flesh out some stuff on this one and really push yourself to try some different things. So that having been said and getting close to the end, now I'm like 85, 90% done. I pretty much got everything wrapped up, and I'm going to start mixing and mastering it down. I'm looking back like, man, I'm about to drop the album of the year. This is straight up industry. Like I would compare this, like this is one of them ones where like no matter how good you are locally when you put out an album, and even if you move in units like the Immortal Soldiers and you got great production, sometimes just something about it sounds like homegrown, or it sounds local, but it's got a big sound. This album sounds like an industry album, like it came out of a record label. So I'm excited for that because I'm like, damn, man, I did this for this might pop. This might blow right here.
It's gonna blow you up, bro.
That's what, and everybody's telling me that. Everybody that I've been letting hear it, and I've been debuting stuff at shows, and they know who I'm working with, and they seeing these millionaires and these record label execs showing up to my shows. They like, Pac, they don't just waste their time and fly out from wherever they came from to do that. Like they scout, they've been told good things about you, and you deliver. You don't get up there and falter. You put on a good show, you perform. That's why they talking about they like you and want to do future business with you. And that's what they say. Man. You hang out with people long enough, it's only a matter of time for you one of them yourself.
You know what I'm talking about? That's right. Shit. Hey, you don't want to hang around a bum.
Oh, that boy DJ Willie B, man. What's up?
Willie B in the building. What's up, Willie?
Willie had it turned up in the egg last night.
DJ Willie B in the building. That's my name right there, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man.
So you said you was in the egg last night. So you got some new shows coming up? Anything?
Well, we were at Haltom last night. I had a show on that Vibe Check show, and we went out there and did that. And then Willie B had the after party out in Arlington. I think my boy Pete was gonna slide by there. I was trying to go to the studio, but I was like, I'm trying to go record. I'm in work mode, y'all. Y'all don't have me hyped. I got these millionaires up here in my face. Boy, they done got me motivated. I was like, let's go to the studio. But they've been donating stuff too. Like they came up there and they've been donating equipment and stuff, helping us get a set up. Shout out to my sis Jazzy Mac too, man. Jazzy Mac like came through clutch on the location, spot, price, everything. Like we really hit a home run with that one. So, and I'll give y'all some breaking news because ain't nobody even said nothing on Facebook. Ain't nothing been officially announced. I know because it's my boy and I'm the one that made it happen. But for those who don't know, it's about to be officially announced. But we got my boy Paradox, who used to own and run Redline Studios
Yeah,
out
I
of
remember.
recording.
I remember
And
Paradox.
Paradox gonna be our lead engineer. So he already got his equipment up there. He
What?
went through the last 2 nights. He's like, Pac, I've been making beats the whole time I've been gone. I'm ready. Let's go. I was like, let's go. Come on.
Oh
So
man,
we got
that's
him out of retirement. And
what's
there's a bunch of
up.
people that have been hitting up. They've been like, Paradox, boy, like
It's good
we
to know.
wanna. They're like, we want to get out. Like they're like, he's like, I want to get back out. And he's got a lot of people hitting him up like, Paradox, we need to record. Would you please come back? Please come back. So the timing is right. And now we got the investors in the eyes, and you know, the
That's what's
essentially
up.
the push that we need to put behind us. So I'm excited.
Salute,
And where
man.
and
Salute.
all this is in Fort Worth?
Yes,
man.
yes. Our studio, the studio is off 820 in Meadowbrook, like right off 820 south of Meadowbrook,
We
right
got-
there when you like it. Like,
We got the goat in here, man. We got
Look, you
White Boy Productions.
hey, my boy Justin Newman, White Boy
Yeah,
Productions.
yeah. He's up
What's
in
going
the
on?
building.
Hey, Justin Newman is a real ass dude, man. That man live all the way in Sydney, Australia, and be showing more love than majority of these people
Hey.
over here stateside. Like
right.
that man,
Already know,
that man is
man.
a good dude. Like I go hard for him because boy, I battle with depression. Sometimes I be wanting to be mad and down and sad, and he's just so cheery and jovial. And then I get on there and he's pushing love, and I'm just like, man, I can't even be mad, man. Like,
Yeah, for real. He
done pulled me out. He done pulled me out the funk.
Hey, he will too, man. He good dude, man. I like him, man. He good brother, man. Most definitely.
And that's what I tell people. I always tell people, like, a lot of people tend to connotate success with monetary value.
Right.
Like they always feel like if you're not rich, you're not successful. You're not this, you're not that, because that's what they've been conditioned to believe. But I really tell people, like, man, I came from the penitentiary in a 9x7 cell and was pretty much told I wasn't gonna be nothing my whole life. And now you telling me that my music is played in Australia, and I've done features with artists from England and Ireland and South Africa. I won an award in South Africa with a producer over there.
Oh, wow.
I got people from Chile and Canada, and so I'm like, man, I'm on every continent in the globe, and you're gonna tell me I'm not successful, but I see it differently. Just because I might not be wealthy off of it, but I'm definitely successful. Like
Right.
For real, yeah. Cause hey, you
And I
doing
tell
things
people,
a lot.
I always
whenever
tell
you
people,
do.
I always tell people a joke. It makes them laugh, but it's like real. I always tell people, and it's my voicemail. If you ever call my phone and it goes to voicemail, my voicemail literally says, Pac Manson, Google me. And people always laugh. They're like, why do you say that? And I'm like, it provokes you to do it. But like if you Google me, like it was like 5 pages of stuff pops up, and I'm like, no, let's Google your name. And you Google my name. I'm like, does Google know who you are? Okay, well then don't tell me I'm not successful. Google knows who I am. Like,
Right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is facts though, because that is just what happened too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
She went and Googled you.
Yes, I did.
I'm like, man, stuff pops up, all the links to my stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that comes up.
It is. That's how I seen the ski mask performance that you did.
Oh yeah. I'm always masked up. Usually I would do like face paint. A lot of videos I do the face paint, but once I adopted, like I thought I wanted to do something different because everybody's always got like the movies they always try and change up and do different versions of the Joker and how they gonna make him look. And I was like, nobody's done a ski mask and painted it up like his face paint. And I was like,
Right.
that could be something where I could get his, and then I just incorporated. I got the suit, I got the cane, got the whole Joker chain made, and it was like, I'll just put like the ski mask on and be like my own version of it. And people liked it. It started sticking. They were like, bro, when you do that ski mask is dope. Like that's an original idea.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can tell that's handmade. Like you actually put effort and creativity into it. So you're not just relying on a prop or something. It's something that you're working into a routine. So
Right.
I like, and that's what the labels were saying last night. That's what the execs were saying. They're like, we love your stage presence and your energy because you do something different. Like, and then I push that on the people around me. If I know people are performing with me, I go get extra mask. And I'm like, hey, you don't got to wear it over your face. But you put it on the side of your head like this, and people gonna see like a clown mask while you up there rapping. And it just keeps the theme like,
Yeah.
they telling you this next artist coming to the stage, and next thing you know, some dude walking up there with a ski mask and 3 other dudes behind him in clown mask. You like, man, what the hell is about to? What is they about to do?
Yeah, for real. Because it's gone.
Are they gonna perform or are they purging? Like, what is going on here? Like,
It's like great marketing, man. That
yeah, like, and well, that's what I tell people too. They like, you have to be willing to understand that it's the entertainment business.
Right.
So you're ultimately putting whatever you create, you were putting it out there to be criticized. You have to have thick skin, and you have to understand there's 8 billion people on this planet. I don't care how cold you are, not all 8 billion of them are going to like what you're doing.
No.
It just ain't never going to be like that. So you find your niche, what you good at, and hone in on that. Find your people that, reciprocate that energy and just push off that. But you also have to understand. Yeah, but then you also have to understand at the end of the day, it still is a business. It's a business, and it's a well-oiled machine. So you have to study and research. You have to be willing to search. People ain't just gonna give you knowledge. Like some people will, like me, because I try to lace people up, and I'm like, look, I want to share this with the younger generation so y'all are a little bit aware, because they don't teach y'all this, and that's how y'all get scammed in contracts or y'all get burned in deals and stuff. But when you learn the nature of the game and you understand it's a business, then you start approaching it like that. So you'll start researching and you'll learn more, and you'll be like, okay, let me learn the business side of it, so I understand how to market myself, how to brand myself, how to invest in myself, or where to invest myself. So I'm not just throwing my money at a career that I don't feel like pans out.
Right. Say,
hey,
Willie B said tap in. Did you see it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, speaking of that, Dustin, I just got shout out to my boy Raw Truth. Raw Truth is actually on the Swifty McVeigh feature from me. Very much like the Wu-Tang tribute track featuring Molly G's. Truth is from Detroit, and Swifty McVeigh being a member of D12, they legends up there. That's Eminem's group.
Right.
So I was like, Truth. Look, okay, a lot of people don't know. I was locked up with Jonathan when I was 16 years old. That's where we met, in Brownwood State School. We were some knucklehead teenagers. And I was like, bro, it's crazy that I knew you back then. We were cool. And here it is, like 20 years later, we ain't never had a falling out. We ain't never had a disagreement. We've always supported each other. And it's crazy that we both doing music and succeeding at the level we're succeeding at. So I was like, bro, it's only right. Like anytime we do something and link together, it's always a big play. But I was like, I need you on here, just like Molly G's. You somebody I know from Detroit. This is a legend from your city, and I feel you got the same style, so I feel that you'll fit really well on that.
Right.
And so, like I had to go ahead and get him on it. But plus, that's my boy. I was like,
yeah, already. That's what's up.
He probably at work. He probably out. He at Varsity Tavern now working crazy.
Yeah.
He tried to get a part-time gig. It turned into a full-time thing.
Yeah.
Bro, boy, they was deep as hell up there last night. I didn't know they'd be getting down like that on Thursdays in Fort Worth. He posted a live video, and it was like 500 people up in there. I was like, God dang.
That, man. I'm like,
what the hell y'all got going up in there?
Shit, I'm about to stop in and pop in that motherfucker, though.
I was like, man, I'm about to pop in. Y'all got to jumping.
Hell yeah. Do they do shows in that motherfucker?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I think he's trying to set some stuff up.
Man, shit, yeah, because you can go shut that motherfucker down, man.
I'm like, bro, you get it in there. You get it in there with half that crowd. We gonna shut it down. Don't let 500-600 people show up. I'm gonna turn them up. I'm like, look, I'm about to turn these fools up. They about to act crazy, and most of them college kids anyway. They looking for a reason to turn up.
Already. 1,700. God damn. Yeah, man. I want to. Matter of fact, because have you ever seen any of his videos, ma'am? No, you have not.
Oh man, you in for a treat. Because I try to carry the theatrical side on the video too. A lot of people don't know. Like you go watch the videos, a lot of them link together. I carry over the Joker theme and tie stuff in. On the video I sent earlier for Hero, a lot of people don't know the whole reason Molly G's is in the Batman suit in that video is because we battled each other, and when we battled, it was Joker versus Batman doing a rap battle. So I was like, I want to keep that theme in the music video and carry it over into the music side and incorporate, because everybody knows that's their favorite. Like we won the first ever award for Battle of the Year for that battle. It's pretty much generally been like hailed as the greatest entertainment battle of all time in Live from the Block history. Everybody's like, that's the best battle y'all ever did. Like, they're like, out of all the events y'all have done, that battle was by far the most entertaining thing we've ever seen in our lives. But that's what I anticipated. That's my homie. and it was mainly more because back then, like, people were scared to battle their friends. Like, you know, they're like, nah, man, you know too much about me. And I'm like, well, I don't care. Y'all say whatever the hell y'all want. I was like, it's words. Say the most disrespectful stuff you can think of. It's not going to bother me. I'm going to shake your hand, smoke a blunt with you afterwards. I promise you.
Right.
I'm like, I promise you the stuff I seen in the penitentiary is far worse than the words you about to tell me. So I'm like, I'll be all right. I'm a big boy.
Yeah. Already.
And I just wanted to break that barrier and break that mold, because you had so many people when we started Live from the Block, they'd start dipping off in factions, and it'd be like all some good people linked up and they wouldn't battle each other. And we're like, man, we could have some really good style clashes that would do a lot of views and numbers, but people didn't want to get out there. And I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna break that mold. And they were like, somebody needs to get out there and try it. And I was like, look, man, I'm gonna battle Corleone. I was like, he the coldest in Texas, and that's my boy. Yeah. So I was like, let's jump out there.
That was a good battle too. Oh
yeah, that's my boy, man. Shout out to Corleone too. Shout out to Jeff. He doing the boxing thing now, you know, like he's been doing. Yeah. And you know, me and Kater just did that too. Like, well, shout out to Backyard Buds Boxing. I just took him back there that's my boy DJP's little brother. His little brother Myrick basically got on the Kimbo Slice tip and organized a backyard boxing thing for just like friends, sign a waiver, and got it set up and structured and organized to where they're actually sponsored and got support now. I took Kater out there this last week, and he ended up winning the whole thing. Got a belt, got some cash money. I was like, damn, got everything on film and stuff. So we tapping into a lot of different avenues. We like, man, we're gonna break one way or another. Something gonna pop.
Right, already. Hell yeah. Got your hand in different hustles.
That's what they say. Yeah, they say, you know, when people get wealthy, they tend to notice they didn't, you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's spread it around a little bit, and you have multiple avenues of revenue potentially coming in. One might be more lucrative or successful than the other, but if they all work cohesively, then you're gonna come out on top every time.
Yeah. Residual wealth, man, just constantly coming in.
Man, that's the goal. That's the goal.
You know
that's what they don't teach us in school. They don't tell us how to get out the rat race. I'm like, no. I studied it.
They teach you how to get deeper in the rat race.
They teach you how to get in it, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
We gotta keep you on board.
Shit, yeah, man. Hell yeah. But shit, salute to you on everything, man. All your accomplishments.
Man, that's much appreciated. Much appreciated. And you know, I just I've been you know, working for quite a bit of time for it, you know, like, because people don't realize, like, when we started Live from the Block, I was like the one investing and bringing all the disasters and the aspect ones out, because I was already developing a buzz as an artist, you know, and it was more like come out to, you know, battle, which luckily I had done battles in jail, but it wasn't like this new age. Like,
right.
Pac and Clarence gonna battle each other in a month, and we're gonna try and study each other's life and write. You know, it wasn't like that. It was more like kind of like on some 8 Mile type vibes. Like, we would plan a battle, and it was more like who's gonna show up with the hottest, like 16 or the best verse. It might not necessarily be about you, but like who's gonna come with the better bars, hip hop type stuff. So I kind of had a little bit of experience in that department, and I was good at that. So when we started Live from the Block, there was a learning curve. Like, if you watch my first couple of battles, you can see I was in that like spit mixtape type format. Like, I'm still trying to rap over a beat. Yeah. And my buddy had to show me like it's a different ball game, and got me to, I was like, okay, so you got to do both, but it really consumes you. And if you're going to get involved in it, you have to take it like a job. You got to give it your all, because battle rap is very different than creating music. Like, you don't got no beat to hide behind. You can't layer some stuff over in a studio. Like, you in a room of however many people's in there, and it's no microphones and no beats. It's quiet as day, and they all staring at you, ready to hear what you about to say. And so I tell people, like, you know, like, you got to learn you got to have the crowd control the stage. But I was always good at it, you know, like, I'm good at projecting my voice and getting my stuff across. And I got ADHD, so most people think it's like a deficit, but I feel like that's always been able to help me remember my lyrics and stuff. Like, I've always been able to recall things very fast because of that. So, but, you know, I feel like it's only a crutch if you allow it to be. You know, like, find a way to find a silver lining. out of that. So once I started getting big there and stuff like I started getting real good and things started taking off, I was always doing music on the back burner, but like you can't invest as much time. It's like you gotta take breaks between battles because you ain't gonna be able to focus on an album. Some people can't. Like, I mean, I kind of could. Like, I was like, I'm a consummate professional. I'll do a show up to a battle after the show, then go back to the studio. But like, you know, can't everybody do that or have that mindset. But like, if you do something, you got to be treat it like a job. Like, it's not a hobby. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll be a hobby. Like if you treat it like a job, like so. You know, I always kept that mentality. Like, this is a job. I got to treat this like a 9 to 5. I got to get up and do things even when I'm tired. I got to remember things. I got to get technical performances. But I think that speaks for why I have the success I have and will continue to have the success I have, because I don't slack off in those areas. And, you know, I'm willing to invest and show things, take the step. You just got to keep it. Like, if you want it, you got to earn it. It's going to be a process.
Right.
It is very doable. Yeah, and it's very doable.
Yeah,
consistency is key.
Man, shit, I know there's plenty of times, boy, I be tired of motherfucking. I don't be wanting to get up on that motherfucker, but I do it.
I be wanting to throw that alarm. I be wanting to throw that out the window, like, man, throw this alarm. I'm not trying to hear you today.
Man, you know that alone. Shit, and that motherfucker just seems to go, man, shit. Yeah. Man, shit. I'm gonna pop in Hero. Hero.
Okay, bet, man. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my brother K the Felon, man. This is something, you know, I got him on. So I actually talked about this last night. The label, like this, so people see the video.
Uh-oh. We're gonna give him a second, y'all, before we play it. Let him come on back. We're gonna give him a second. Let him come on back. Shout out to everybody that's commenting, being active. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Appreciate it. Please share.
Yeah, share.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here looking and, you know, doing my homework on, which I should have did before. But I see he got a video with Toby on here.
Yeah, Toby. He got one with
I didn't need that.
Right down that Fort Worth Wi-Fi. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Say, you know it too. Tarrant County Wi-Fi be tripping.
Is that bad?
You know what I'm saying? It was in certain areas. You know what I'm talking about? It'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah. Pac he go hard, man. He go hard. You have to check him out.
I want to see one of these battles. I'm on his versus page. Well, he been doing this shit for a minute. He don't even look the same.
No. Yeah, he been doing this thing for a minute, man. Like you know what I'm saying? And it's blossoming. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So salute to that brother and his whole team and everybody that supports. You know what I'm talking about?
So you was talking about Mally G. That's the one that he has a song with.
With who?
Molly G.
Molly G.
Yeah, that video got over almost 10,000 views on.
Yeah. He's doing his thing.
I see.
Let me.
Huh?
I'm finna send him another link there. Let's see what's up, man. I hope his Wi-Fi didn't go out. Bam, there he goes. He's back. I
don't know what happened. Boy, something popped up on my screen. The next thing I know, I was gone. I was like, well, I guess all there's left to do now is say, why so serious? Now that I got y'all's attention, so about Hero.
For real.
But
okay, so now he's back. You click.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Damn Tarrant County. Yeah.
Man, they trying to look. They be trying to shut me down. They don't want me to give game. I be trying to get the truth. Facebook and them. Every time I be going live, they be trying to shut me down. I'm like, oh, here they go. They mad. Pac giving game. We got to shut them down. Joker taking over the airway.
Man, boy, they be in their feelings too, boy. They be in their sensitive suit, man. I tell you, shit. Okay, he's back, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead. Since he's back, we're gonna play Hero. And I got a couple of others too, man. That
all right, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So yeah. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Oh man, why they do that? Hold on.
Now, for those who don't know, this song is actually about like mental health awareness. They see the video, they see like hero, villains, all that. They like Joker's not a hero, but it's actually about in life. A lot of times you might get beat down. You know, you got to be persistent because we're gonna go through trials and tribulations. And a lot of times it's made easier by our friends or people around us who are gonna lift us up. But there's also a lot of times when you the only one that can lift yourself up, and you got to look yourself in the mirror and do some soul searching, essentially.
Right.
And pull yourself out of that and be your own hero. You essentially have to be the hero to yourself. So that's essentially what the song is about. The concept behind it is basically like, you know, pulling your britches up, buckling your belt, and taking life by the horns and being your own hero. So, but I like the play of the video with the, you know, the actual hero villain concept. So I think sometimes it's lost in translation. So I always like to point that out to people because then they hear the lyrics in a different light and they're like, oh, I like this even more now.
Right. That's what's up. Man, say, okay, let's go. Let's get it in, y'all.
We heavy in the streets with it.
You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna blow the screen up on this one, y'all.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Jordan Boyle and 212 for filming this. He did great.
I think I need a hero, flying high in the sky all the time, cause I'm losing my mind. I think I need a hero to save me from myself when I slip and I start to unwind. I think I need a hero, cause this life is so hard, we fight demons that they can't even see. I think I need a hero to change the fate of the world, but I'm that hero, so I gotta save me. Hold up. A revolutionary on the mic. This time it's genocide, but saving naive phonies gotta die. So my bullets and holy water rain fire from the sky. This is the rapture from Revelations, your favorite prophesied. Oh, and I ain't playing no games. I'm a spawn in the flesh, violating the chains. This ain't no war for God, war. Frosty's villains are tame. And even when the drop producers wouldn't let the nuts hang on me. Oh my, I'm getting back in my zone. If you ain't looking to get slaughtered, then just leave me alone. A lot of people say they're real, but their actions don't show. I'm taking everything you got, Buster, give me some more. Yeah, I said give me some more. You might have seen me snap my mouth like this before. I see the game needs some saving, so I'm knocking on doors. I'm a pimp, see it's true, but I ain't fucking you whores. They just looking for attention, probably hoping that I'll mention, but I'm cleaning up Cinderella, these are my chores. Yeah, I'm a whole nother force, and the teen never seen, and I'm feasting a course. Why show pity for the city when I got no remorse? And I know the truth hurts, so I'm looking in the mirror trying to make the shit work, because the battle's with myself, and I finally see to be the hero that I need. I gotta let this shit free. Flying high in the sky all the time, cause I'm losing my mind. I think I need a hero to save me from myself when I slip and I start to unwind. I think I need a hero, cause this life is so hard, we fight demons that they can't even see. I think I need a hero to change the fate of the world, but I'm that hero, so I gotta save me.
Can't take shit from me. I'm ripping on my package out, Bundy got a carrot. I was looking for a bunny, the numbers looking dummy. Petty shit is looking kinda funny. Silly rappers gotta have it, I ain't on it, I've been blowing since Monday. Whole family up on the money, dope, when you pulling for the money. I hear you want a hero, baby girl, we roll through the night sky all night, looking lovely. Be here, yeah, I got all week. Hit Wednesday and Tuesday, the milk was a freak. I hit a mother on Sunday, the milk was a beast. Inverted doggy style in the back of the Jeep. Yeah, smoking solid, my granny, listen to me. Legion of Doom, battles complete. Yeah, we on the street. Yeah, hoping we meet on the D's. Yeah, I'm a daredevil at this. Different people, different strains, different cities to hit. Different smoke with different folks, different shots to the leg. Different baby mamas and different leads sucking the dick. Yeah, we a prime stock. And all we do is cash out. Grab your main thing in my shot. And later on kick our ass out. You need a hero.
Flying high in the sky all the time, cause I'm losing my mind. I think I need a hero to save me from myself when I slip and I start to unwind. I think I need a hero, cause this life is so hard, we fight demons that they can't even see. I think I need a hero to change the fate of the world, but I'm that hero, so I gotta save me. Hold up.
Hero.
All right.
Okay, so I lied. I've heard that. I've seen that before.
Okay.
I've seen
See,
it before. I think you might have played it before.
his mic muted. You're muting your mic.
There we go. I'm back. Yeah, I had to unmute it.
Yeah. Hey, how was you able to do that, motherfucker, man? Because your jaw was wired.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. So a lot of people don't know. First of all, shout out Miss Val. What's up, Mama? Queen's Catering in the building. I played basketball, like, and when I say basketball, like, I done won 3 league championships. Me and Clifton put teams together, and we go into different cities and like actually competing. Some of the people on our team are like semi-professional. They're not NBA players, but they have played overseas. They've been on ESPN playing in like semi-professional leagues. And so we were between seasons, and I went up here to the park with a buddy of mine playing against some high school kids and got unintentionally bowed and broke my jaw. Now, this is a crazy story. This is a true story. I did not know my jaw was broken, and I kept playing basketball. Played like 3 more games, just thinking like, I'm tough. I'm on some Kobe stuff, but it felt weird. It felt stiff, so I stopped like after the 3rd game. And when I tell you, Clarence, I did not go to the hospital. I thought it was dislocated. I was kind of nervous for 2 months.
2 months.
Damn.
I walked around. You could ask Truth, ask Jonathan. I was at work the next day driving the truck. Like nothing had happened. For 2 months, it felt awkward. I couldn't really like chew on that side, but there wasn't pain associated with it. It was weird. And then after 2 months, it started like swelling and got abscessed. So I had to go to the doctor, and I was like, man, something wrong with my face. And they're like, oh yeah, your jaw's broken. That's abscessed, and you're not leaving. You're about to go to surgery. We putting you on the ambulance and rushing you to surgery because that's about your brain. Like, I was like, oh shit. So because I had waited so long, like it had started to set back like that or something, you know, and was never really fixed. So that's why they had to put that bracket. Like they drilled that thing on my face on the outside and then had my mouth wired shut. So it took me longer to heal.
In the video, all that's on your face is actually from the procedure.
That was drilled into my face.
That was just part of the costume.
No.
Everybody's like, that's not prosthetic. And I'm like, look, I will walk out of this room and I'll come back with the. I still got it. I got the screws and everything. They had that thing drilled in my face with my mouth wired shut. And I kid you not, I shot that video literally less than 48 hours after surgery.
Wow.
I was like, I'm going home, I'm resting, and I'm waking up the next day. And they were like, Pac, go home and relax and sit your ass down. And I was like, no, when am I ever going to look like this again? I'm pretty sure, Lord willing, this is only a once in a lifetime experience.
Right.
And I'm like, what would the Joker do? I'm going to go shoot a video and look crazy. And they're like, well, you truly are, you know, like you truly are passionate about your craft. Most people would just lay in bed. And I was like, but this thing looks like some crazy crap the Joker would have in his face on like just some wild contraption.
It shows on YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, so I was just like, I didn't know what to expect when they were explaining it to me. Cause I know what like when they wire your mouth shut, you know, you don't really see nothing like that. When he was explaining it to me, I thought it was going to be similar to the contraption you see people who have retainers sometimes where it's like the one little,
that big
like
thing.
Little thing. Yeah, and it's just like the one little thin line. When I woke up from surgery, I was like, what the? I thought I was in a Saw movie. I was like, oh, man. Oh, what the fuck? This is a bad dream. Boy, oh, Lord, what type of game they about to play? I done messed up. I thought I was still on some anesthesia. I was like, they got me on some good drugs up in here because this is clearly some figment of my imagination. But that shit was real. I touched it and I was like, they started wheeling me to the room and I was like, oh damn, this is real. I'm not in a dream world. This is really happening. And I was like, Doc, what is this? And I couldn't talk, so I'm like, what the hell is this?
Man, I probably would have freaked out, bro. I would have woke up.
And how long did you have to wear that?
And then I had to wear it for like 5 or 6 months. It was crazy. And then what's wild about it is, since my mouth was wired shut, I wouldn't take any pain pills. Like they were giving me pain meds and like hydrocodones and telling me I could take morphine. But I was scared I might have a nausea effect And I was like, well, I'm not trying to get sick with my mouth wired shut. That shit gonna be coming out my nose. So I just had to tough it out. I was like, man, I just got to go without pain meds. They're like, how are you doing that? And I was like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm on some Wolverine stuff or something because I just gritted through it. Like, it never really hurt that bad.
With no pain pills, bro?
Nope. I mean, they prescribed them. I just didn't take them. I just give them to my homegirl. I was like, you can have them. I don't care. I'm not taking them.
Do the herbal diet?
You see you talking about.
Yeah, I was on like straight. I never wanted to look at chicken broth again. I tell you that much. I was like, I ain't never gonna look at chicken broth. I'm gonna be like, I don't even want to see you put it in my season in the Thanksgiving. Like, because you really have to live off that and protein drinks. You cannot eat, or you can't. Like, there's no way to eat or drink, and you got to kind of like, as your mouth adjusts, your jaw will shift and move a little bit differently each day, so you might have some slight mobility, but it's essentially like you got to get it like an opening and create like an overbite and like pour things in there. It was very, because you can't use a straw, there's no suction, like it was crazy. I was like I'm gonna die, man. I was like, I never knew how much I appreciated food, man. I was like, this is probably what I imagine people in third world countries who are not privileged to be able to eat feel like, because I was like, all I want to do is eat. For 6 months, I'm watching everybody around me eat steaks and burgers, and I'm over here like sipping on an Ensure. I felt like Kanye. I'm like, I'm a Kanye, man.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, motherfucker, y'all just wait. Y'all just wait. I'm trying to eat up some shit right in front of y'all,
I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm like, man.
Wow.
That was the worst.
Damn, I didn't even know that, man. That is crazy.
Yeah,
hell, man.
I was like, I never anticipated that. And then and then in another true fashion of testament to how wild I am, I guess that's why I'm the Joker. I went back out there and played basketball with that thing on my face.
Oh my goodness!
Oh man,
you're crazy. They're like, what the hell are you doing? You're crazy. I was like, bro, I love the game. I ain't gonna get hit. I'm gonna go light. They're like, bro, you need to go home.
Yeah, bro. You only had one side broke, right?
Yeah. Only my left side.
Man.
But then I tell people, okay, in true entertainer fashion, it's only appropriate because now, you know, all that stuff was drilled in my face, and now I get to go on stage and go, you want to know how I got these scars, Clarence? So people are like, he really does have scars now. He really is on the Joker. How did he get those scars? Like, I'm like, well, I was playing basketball, you're saying.
Hey, good that shit.
Look, okay.
I know, you know
a lot of people don't know I used to work for Fanboys Comics, like the business where they send people dressed up like the malls to do the Comic Cons and stuff. And I used to get paid for doing like the voiceovers. Like I can do the Mark Hamill one from like the animated series. I can do like Jared Leto, Heath Ledger. I would call people and leave like voicemails as the Joker. I'd be like, I heard that Joker. Mr. J called to tell you happy birthday. And then and they'd be like, what the hell? Like, how are you doing that? Like, so I figured out early on I could do impressions well. And then once you become a character, you just kind of, if you're able to do that, you just kind of utilize it here and there. So I didn't think I'd get paid for it.
Look,
yeah.
More income.
Yeah. I was like, I'm good at mimicking things. Let me try it. And then I was like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. Like,
damn, that's crazy, man. You didn't have no vocal training or nothing to do that?
No training or nothing.
You just went at it.
I just went at it. And I was like, I can kind of do impressions. Well, people used to always tell me, there was always older women would tell me when I was younger that if I don't be a stand-up comedian, I've missed my calling in life. Because they said I always reminded them of a young Don Knotts. They're like, you're funny, you're quirky, you're able to do impressions very well. Like you're able to recall things almost like a mockingbird. I can hear something, and a lot of times I can emulate it very well, like an instrument. But I did grow up playing violin. I played the violin for 12 years and like read music, played in the symphony, all that. So, they say, actually, like I hadn't, like when I got locked up, like that's when I quit, but I still own the violin. And I hadn't picked that thing up in like 20 years. And I actually pulled it out the closet the other day and picked it up. And that was like riding a bike. I was like, oh my God, I still got it. I was like, whoa, hold up. I forgot all about this. But they say that's the hardest instrument in the world to learn how to play, just as far as like playability, hands, motion. It's also the most closely resembling of a human voice. So I think that kind of maybe helped shape that, because you understand scales and octaves and things when they're teaching you that. So I kind of understood that, you know, notes or whatnot when I would start realizing or try to do an impression. So it's kind of like you understand what note or pitch.
Right. So you just incorporated that into that.
Yeah, so I kind of figured it out, I guess, through that, because I'm like, well, I know, because they would show us, and you know, like not like a choir instructor, but when they're explaining notes and sheet music, they'll do the like do, re, mi, and hit that to give you an example, and then they want you to play it on the violin and find pitches. So learning that, you know, it's kind of like, oh, once you understand pitch, you know, it's just a matter of what key they're in, essentially trying to find, you know, what sounds like that range, and that's not really hard. You just play around with it, and you're like, oh, okay, I can do this. Oh, no, it needs to be higher, it needs to be lower.
Yeah, okay, shit.
And then I do that a lot on my albums, like on this Why So Serious album. I'm doing that a lot. Obviously, I'm tying it's all Joker themed. Obviously, I've got a lot of snippets that are actually from the movie, and then I've actually got myself doing it as well, blended in, just to kind of keep the imagery throughout the concept of the album. Okay. People are like, oh man,
that's what's up. All right, man. We're gonna give him a round of applause on that, Yeah. Let's give him a round of applause on that, man. Shit, salute, man. On that, yeah. All right, I'm gonna play another one.
Indeed.
That's actually one of my favorites too, man. You did a while back, not while back, but I'm just gonna play it. I ain't even gonna tell you.
You got me intrigued, man. I'm curious to see. I'm like, what?
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna get up into it.
Gather round.
That's on the album. That's on the Why So Serious album. I got to give y'all bars.
Every time I drop verses, feels like I'm kissing on verses. Somebody get the hearses. I'm spitting spells like curses. They don't even know what worth is. Put them where the dirt is. Yeah, I mean, a pine box. I said I'm kissing on verses, but I'm in the lock. Shoot popping dogs could never compete. I be rapping, spitting magic over how my beats. Who's real? What's true? I'm Pimp C in his prime with a meat coat and hat before the Bentley crash. This outcast dropping lines. I mean, goddamn, I'm the man. Sub-Zero, cool and fine, but I mean the shit I breeze the way I ride these beats. Boy, this competition mine. Don't even step up, it's a setup. Everybody in this bitch getting wet up. Boy, I won't let up. I know I'm better. Mask on like beef for vendetta. This is fatality and second casualties. And I do this shit so damn casually that it baffles me. But tragically, you ever see. So this the way shit has to be. I'm good, I'm great. Going hard for the Lone Star State. Let them hate and debate while I eat food off their plate. I'm stone cold, so you getting stunned. It was over long before it had begun. I am the one. But I'm talking about Neo asshole by nature, but my name ain't Zero. I'm gone. It's Manson.
I like that. Who shot that video?
That too.
That was actually my buddy Rashad Goff. I always enjoy working with Rashad. Because he's a photographer, natural, like he shoots in very high, like he shoots in like 6K and stuff, and he gets concepts. Like we always sit down and like plan out. Like I'll hit him up in advance and be like, I got another idea, and I want to pull this off in a video shoot. How can we creatively do this? And you know, he's done like my Moonlight video. He did my Going Home video. Back in the day, he did my God Mode video. So me and him worked and built a rapport over the years. I'm about to bring something with you right now, Clarence. I ain't even told nobody, but I've been brainstorming these. Like, you know, Pac always got some crazy creative stuff he trying to cook up with his videos. Like for example, Hero went down that road, and then we backdoored that one with I'm Taking It with me and RCX, and had the whole 3-minute theatrical entrance where we Joker and his goons kidnapping the dude and throwing him in the trunk and driving off into the people were like, oh, they were like, y'all got incredibly theatrical with this. Like, this is crazy. So I was trying to keep things like that. And, I always want to think of what can I do next? So when I tell you, I got it right here. I'll pull it out and show you, Clarence. You'll laugh.
All right.
I want to recreate the scene essentially that Heath Ledger made famous in Dark Knight, where he goes to visit Two-Face after he's burned him, and he reveals that he's Two-Face, and he tells him like, I'm the one that did this, and puts the gun to his head and is like, kill me, if you're so mad, kill me, whatever. And then he walks out the hospital and blows up, but he's in the whole nurse's attire, and I got the red wig. I want to get the nurse's outfit and everything and do the whole blow the stuff. So I'm trying to figure out what song I'm going to do that with and recreate that scene, and maybe somewhere to go to do that. So that's one of the video. I just haven't tracked down what song, because I got so many good potential songs, but I want to make sure
it's the right one.
With the concept of. But then I've also came this completely random idea the other day. I don't know where this came from. Probably because I was smoking bud. But
that's about
I wanted to do a video shoot where we recreate Clueless, but it's like a turn up, hype, vibey type song with that type of theme. But instead of Alicia Silverstone, it's Alicia Silverstone, and have like one of my homegirls be like the whole keep that smoking thing, play it off like that, like it's a smoker song, but it's like they're high school kids, and like kind of play around like that because it was such a classic and popular movie. Everybody would know, instantly what we were trying to recreate. Like
right.
I try to do things like that where I mix and play around with stuff that's identifiable, like my God Mode video, for example. I did that around Halloween. And the creative idea I had behind that was this was when the remake of the It movies were coming out, the new ones that they did.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find a way to merge Pennywise and the Joker.
Oh, that'd be fucking dope right there. So
when I did the God Mode video, I was out there full face paint in the suit and everything. But we had, Rashad is really smart. He thinks about stuff like, I would have never thought about this. We literally went and got like 10 red balloons, like the ones from It, filled them up with helium, and then got fishing string because it's so thin and clear, and taped it to the ground. And when he films, and he's filming in 4K at this time, you can't see there's no light reflects off those strings at all. They're built for that. That's what they're made, so the fish don't see them.
Right.
So it just looks like the balloons are floating, just like on It. And I'm standing in the middle of it all, jokered out, masked up, looking all crazy with the face paint. And my buddy Bino is behind me in the yellow raincoat, like Georgie, just standing there looking all wild with his eyes all.
Oh, shit, man.
So, like, we incorporated, and people were like, bro, did you do a It meets the Joker theme? And I was like, yeah. So it's just like, I always try to do something to push the envelope and do something creative that is recognizable, where when people see it, they instantly recognize what you're going for.
Right.
But still be able to have like my thing with the whole Joker thing, or push that, through in some way where it still feels like it wasn't forced. So that, it's, but you got to rack your brain. You got to get creative. I mess around and do the Clueless video. I'll be one of the Clueless people. I'll be Paul Rudd with the Joker smile.
What was the name of that video that you did that on? Is that on YouTube?
Yes, it's called God Mode.
All right, God Mode. You want to pull? We're gonna pull that up, and we're gonna pop that in.
And that was actually the intro on my last album. The last album that I dropped, that I was pushing before the Mike Will album, was God Mode music. That's like, I went with the whole Dragon Ball Z theme. It's got like we had Vegeta on the cover, like. It was just more like I felt like I found that album is the album I felt like I truly found my sound as a whole. Where I was like, okay, on this album, I came into my own, and I was like, I'm getting real comfortable. And then I just carried it over to the Mike Will album and on better production.
Are you sharing it, or you want me to share it?
If you got it, you go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, y'all.
Yeah, this video came out wild. This video came out wild.
Yeah, this is a while back. It's a guy. It's Manson, bitch. It's a takeover.
It's Manson. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's going down, y'all. Let's get it.
You should have seen. We were in the middle of downtown too, man. The homeless people was tripping. They was like, "This is Joker." Like, what the fuck are they doing over there?
That boy,
But it was a show. They were like, "Hey, y'all gave us some entertainment. We don't know what the hell y'all doing. This dude all painted up out here doing some wild shit."
Man, you might have scared them motherfuckers too, man. You know there was probably some motherfuckers scared.
You can tell a couple of them was nervous. You can tell a couple of them was nervous. They was like, "I don't even want to ask this motherfucker for no change. I don't want to ask him for nothing. He's liable to trip out on me."
Yeah, what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, shit. Let me go. What am I doing?
Like, these white motherfuckers weird.
Please, if you believe you can defeat me, then you're more delusional than ever.
Oh, that's crazy as hell.
Yeah, you can't see the string at all. Look at this shit.
That's right. You had no idea, did you? I've been a Super Saiyan.
Man, I always wondered how you did that shit. Now I know.
Perfect. Going down on this kind of flex. Gotta get shit off my chest. I've been going in and grinding hard till these kids keep talking mess. Boys be acting fools, keep playing dumb with my name all in your mouth. Understand the pack, so real can do it until Manson gets let out. Then it's murder, murder, murder. Ain't no way to take it further. Push me past the edge too many times, and now it's time to murder ya. Hey, that I had to hurt. No, I don't. I'm an evil person. See no reason why I should let you breathe, so I guess it's time to serve. But boy, I'm on a real road now. Blood spills when the God comes out. I'ma talk my shit and back it up. Fuck that, how you like me now? Click, pow, hands up now, run it. The J's cold, I ain't even frontin'. Flipping for a few bills, pop me a few pills. Bitch, I ain't even stuntin'. Gun it. Woo. Hit the gas and I'm gone. Mary Jane, I be in my zone. Get the blunt and then pass the shit. Swerving through these traffic zones. Double cup, styrofoam. Bitch, Texas is my home. And for my state, I'ma lay it down. Can't say I ain't put on. Gone. Perfect.
Like this.
Yeah.
You're very creative.
Yeah, that was just like the intro to my last album. That, that was just kind of the jump start. So I wanted to run a video with that one just to kind of, set the tone. Like not too long, not too short, not too much, but kind of just draw you in. Because like when people saw that as the lead single, and they were like, "If this is the intro, what the hell's on the rest of the album?" Like, what you got next? Like,
right?
Man, I remember when that dropped too, because Truth played the hell out of that motherfucker. He kept showing.
Man, he told me his oldest, Ariel, like that was her favorite song. She like, "Pac, she plays that shit more than she plays my music, and she my child. Like every time I come in, she's banging your song." He's like, "If that thing got 1,000 views, she gave it 500 of them." I appreciate that, but I like that. There's a feeling about that makes me feel a certain way, knowing that I'm able to tap in with the younger generation, because they're the ones that's coming up next, and they the ones that's gonna word of mouth and share your stuff. And I've seen it on more than one occasion. Like my boy Crooked, his nieces, like he sent me a video one day when we were recording the Back to the Future album, and he had been, I guess, letting them hear some stuff. He sent me a video of them in the room rapping my verse word for word, and he was like, "Pac, I didn't tell them to do this. I didn't even know they heard the song." And they was like, "It's our jam, boy." Pac was, and I was like, "Bro, this is y'all like 12, 13 years old going over here memorizing my stuff." I was like, that's a different feeling. Like, you're used to getting love from other artists or people at shows and things like that, but it's a completely different experience when you get it from a child, because children are innocent. They don't got no filter. They not being told to say that. They're not gonna lie to kick it. They gonna tell you exactly how they feel.
Right.
Yep. They like it. Yeah, you got one. You got one.
Like, we in there.
Yeah, because they gonna let you know straight up. I don't like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that. Or they won't even move to it. So yeah, that's what's up.
Oh yeah.
And now, excuse me. So you doing videos now?
Yeah, we doing the whole video thing.
Do you do your own makeup?
Yeah, I do my own. We, me and P just started the Why So Serious film. Shout out my boy DJ P. Now he up there at the studio every day, Trapopoly Money Gang in this thing. But
Oh shit. Oh man. All right, y'all. Goddamn Tarrant County. Come on, Tarrant County. Let's tighten our game up. Come on. You know what I'm talking about? You can't be doing that shit now. You can't be doing that shit, boy. Every time he get ready to spit some some gems, y'all want to get the tripping. I ain't even gonna say Zucker. You know.
Don't say it. Or it might be that other one.
Oh yeah. Man. Yeah. Hey, y'all share this motherfucker, man. Share.
I heard the beat.
Yeah, he back up in this thing.
People are trying to call me, Facebook calling me, and stuff start going off. I'm like, hey, well, I'm in an interview, y'all. I'm a hot commodity right now. Everybody want to talk to the Joker. We're trying to talk to you before you blow up, man. You're gonna forget about us. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna forget about you. You've been along for the gun. You coming with me? I ain't forgetting about nobody.
Shit, for real.
But yeah, we started the we still doing right now. We got a couple of specials. Like we started the Tripopoly Money Gang Studio. That's where we've been spending the bulk of our time this week, and we're doing like a 2-for-1 special. $40 an hour, buy one get one free. Same thing with our music videos. We normally shoot for $150 a video shoot, and that includes 2 to 4 hours of shooting, editing, a trailer as well. If you need models, we have models that come out or will come out as well that we can provide. And we're doing 2-for-1 on that right now. Get 2 videos for the price of 1, just to kind of get it off the ground. We shot a few, like we did the Talking to Myself video. That's like the first real one we shot, edited, just kind of a little concept I came up with. We did White Marley's One Love. We just shot and edited Busy for our boy Berserk the Bandit. And we've tapped in with a few other people. We got a few more things coming. My boy MC the Crooked, I'm editing a video for him right now, a Far Back to the Future album, Like Me. That one's real crazy. We went real theatrical Joker type stuff, like you would come to expect from me. I got him into the mode as like he's essentially the Joker's henchman, and we're out here taking care of some business. So we got some stuff coming. We working, we learning and working.
That's what's up.
Our way up. We already we waited. We didn't just jump in out the gate. We waited and learned and played around before we tried to dabble in it.
All right, I got you. Yeah, he's pretty good too. So he's good. He's good with that camera and the edit.
Yeah, we getting good. My thing is, I always understood early. One of the big shout out, he actually produced one of the records on my album that is featuring Aaron Cohen and Kilo Artifact. And that's my boy Romeo No E. Romeo No E was like essentially my OG coming up in the game out here in Fort Worth. Now everybody, telling me that's my role, my status. But when I came in, Romeo was one of the first people I connected with. And I was instantly drawn to his style because he had the different presentation like myself. He did the videos and animated them, or drew and pieced them together and edited them himself. And he was always on something crazy different, doing stuff like me, theatrics, and that's really one of the people I give praise to as far as helping instill that theatrical side of things, like in live performances, because we got video, you can find it on YouTube right now, when he dropped his Immaculate album, and it was like on his Neo Retro album. Yeah. We did a show with Lola's with Cliff, and he was there all night with us. We chilling all night, smoking, drinking, and then they're like, all right, Romeo's time to headline, and nobody could find him. And next thing we know, this fool comes out from a side door behind the stage, and he's dressed up like a goddamn Jack Sparrow pirate or something. And I was like, what the fuck? Where did this fool come from? And where did he get this costume? And he sold the show. And he just I remember that. And then now going back, when I look at it on YouTube and I see clips of it, I'm like, it's like, this was different, that everybody talked about that afterwards. Everybody had a dope performance. It was a live show, but that stood out because you took it to a whole different type of theatrical presentation. So, I really give credit to him, you know, a lot of regards to that when I first came in the game coming up, him kind of taking me under his wing, taking me to the zoo cage and helping me, you know, flesh my sound out of my style and give me a place to go. Because, you know, a lot of people, like when you first come in the game, you might not have a lot of money. You might not be able to invest in yourself or pay for big studios and stuff like you want to. You got to get your feet wet and get in where you can. And, you know, some people, you want to budget and stuff. So Romeo always took it upon himself to, like, if you had started building a buzz or were becoming a hot commodity in the city, or people were becoming aware that you had a rap talent, he would reach out to you and try and get you over there to his crib and, like, you can come record it at my spot. I'll mix and master it down. Let's work. Because he understood the concept of A, you're helping the younger generation, but B, as somebody who does music, videos, and all that, if you looking out for them, when it's time for them to invest and spend some money in a video or whatnot, they probably gonna turn back around and look to invest in you because you who they comfortable around and you help them essentially. They want to help you back. And it worked like that. Like, he shot my first ever professional video, The Recipe. He shot the video for me, him, and Little Flip. So you know, it's like it ended up coming back around full circle, and you know, we're still we're still good friends to this day. Like, that's my boy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Like, I'm trying to get him out of retirement on one of these tracks. Like, I got him to produce that track for me. He made the beat and everything for me, so you know, I'm shouting him out on there. But I'm like, I'm gonna get you out of retirement. I'm gonna get you to spit a 16.
Yeah. Make that happen, man. I know you can make it happen. I know you can make that happen. That's what's up, man. So, how long did it take you to shoot that video for Talking to Myself?
That one literally, this is crazy. We came up with the idea that day, and I was like, hey, you just want to film something and shoot it and see what we can edit and come up with to play around? Because I had wanted to remix that song, and I was like, look, I'm gonna just do it one take. We're gonna record it and we're gonna mix and master it down to where we feel it's good enough to where I can upload it, you know, get it level and everything. And then I was like, let's just shoot the video. And like I said, I'm a big fan of Young Dolph, so, you know, like working with Zaytoven and stuff, I pay attention to his music videos. So like when he dropped the Talking to My Scale video and he was essentially doing like the Illuminati stuff, talking to himself in the mirror, or there were duplicate versions like where he's got a wall between him and he's like in all red on one side of the wall and it's like you know, white on the other, like almost like an angel and devil shoulder type thing. I liked that concept, so I was like, how can I portray something similar? And I was like, what about the concept of like the battle within, like the whole ego, which is essentially what my album Why So Serious is about. Like, the artwork depicts that. It's got like the Joker real big fading in the background, and you got like the monk floating with his third eye open, like in the foreground, essentially like he's trying to keep this ego at bay. Like, you know, it's the battle of self. So I was like, okay, I can do a video where I'm essentially talking to myself and you see me normal. And every time I told Peyton, let's do it where it's like I'm in the bathroom and you're like over my shoulder, so you understand where I'm at, but you don't see anything but like my shoulder, side of my head, or when I look at the mirror. And I was like, but anytime we turn to a mirror, because I got mirrors in the hallway, I got a mirror in the bathroom. Like, I was like, anytime we turn to a mirror and you see my reflection, I always have the ski mask on. It's like, that's the Joker in the mirror talking back to me. We were doing scenes where I'm rapping, and then you see the mirror talking back. And I was like, you know, like, we literally shot that in like 20, 30 minutes here at the house that day. Recorded it, mixed and matched, because we talked about it on the last show. When we
so you was mixing, you was editing and mastering
that day, and then we edited it that night after the show. We edited it, and I was like, all right, let's put it up and see what the people think. And I was very impressed with how I thought we did a really good job of that one. I was like, hey,
I liked it, bro. Shit, he was editing this motherfucker. I didn't.
Yeah. And it's not even. I did a lot of the editing on that one, and then I let him take over. You know, towards the end, like the last minute, it was like half and half. But
all right, Shadow, I got you.
We work together, so
I'm gonna play it right now. Look, we got people already rushing the old man. You know what I'm saying?
Young Dolph, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to Dolph, man. Y'all put them Dolphins in the comments. Yeah. Okay.
And shout out to my girl Chun Lace, man. That's my home girl. You know, I'm sending her good vibes right now, man. You know, she on a life path right now that she, you know, sometimes you have bumps and bruises, but I'm always sending her good vibes. She, who I remixed this song for, and I actually shout her out on the song. People thought I said something wrong where I said it would sound like outer space, but I said outer race. I was talking about her. But like she, I mean, that's my best friend. We do, you know, we be bumping Dolph together and whatnot too. And that was like one of her favorite songs. I was like, I'm gonna remix this shit for you. Like, watch, I'm gonna remix this because you got me inspired. So let me shout her out as well. And shout out my boy Crooked, man. He just moved to Arkansas yesterday, so he gonna go stack his paper and come right back, and you know, we're gonna get right back to it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We got the Dolphin. Absolutely. That's what's up. The Dolphin. I'm a big Dolph fan too. I'm a real big Dolph
man.
For
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I relate to Dolph. I relate to him.
Yeah, they took a good one out with that one, man.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that situation was. I remember that day vividly because Lacey called me like, "That Dolph got murdered." I was like, "Nah, you playing? Like what?" But at the same time, it's sad that you almost anticipate that because you know, like, you know, they've been trying to get him. They were shooting at him in Cali, and you know, Gotti in them was like, they mad. They was mad. He shunned them and then dropped the diss and was talking smack, and you know, like, it's. I mean, you in a drug trade, and then y'all both very successful, lucrative rappers, so y'all got millions from drugs and from music. So, you know, at that point, it's not even you necessarily; it's the people underneath you, or the people that want to impress you, or the people that want to get in with you. That's like, I'm willing to get out there on the front line on some shit if I know I'm gonna be taken care of. It, and like you said, it's just sad. And like what the people that they caught that ended up doing, it was like some young 20-something-year-old kids or whatever, like threw their life away for nothing.
Yeah, probably for some crumbs.
And now you're gonna be like. And then it's gonna be the same thing like oh boy that killed Nipsey, like they're gonna mess your ass up in that cell. You took a pioneer and a legend away from them. People gonna feel some type of way about that. They're gonna know you killed that man. Like,
and he did a lot for the communities, man. A lot of
man. Like, see, one of the reasons I was a big fan and a big supporter of him is because you know, he got it out the mud officially, but he was like very big into taking care of and making sure that his children were provided for. So he was buying stocks and bonds and assets and houses and property and putting them in the kids' names. So like by the time they 18, they inherit all that. They so filthy rich and got so much property and real estate and stocks they don't even know about. Like, but like a lot of people don't think like that. You know, they're not. They in it for themselves. Or if you putting some aside for your children, they're not doing stuff like that far. So where as soon as they of age, they set for life regardless.
Generational wealth.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Generational wealth, man. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pop this mug again. We got people.
Drop it. They've been waiting patiently.
You know what I'm talking about?
See, I ain't even fussed at him yet.
I knew it was coming though. I seen the look in your eye. I'm gonna give you the eyeballs.
You know,
all right, y'all. Talking to myself, it's Manson. You know what I'm saying?
It's Manson.
There we go.
Man, fuck everybody and fuck everything, you feel me? That's how I feel, man. That's just the way I feel. P, man, you gotta say, fuck these bitches, man. Fuck these haters, fuck these energy vampires that be trying to suck your energy and take your soul, man. You gotta run your bands up, run it all the way up. Run it up till you can't run it up no more, like Dolph said, rest in peace. It's Manson. Hey, check me out, look. Hey, if I sacrifice myself, will I go to hell? Looking in the mirror and I'm talking to myself. Cause I done seen some crazy shit, I worry about my health. Lately I done lost my focus, think it's time I check myself. Yeah, I come from a block that I hand built. Some fake, but homie, I'm a real deal. Like Pimp C, I'm always keep it true. And if you snake me, I'ma let come and take the wheel. It's real rapper, they don't fuck on pack because I tell them like it is. And most of them be caps, so I fly away to outer lace. Take a break, recharge in, put it back in their face. Yeah. And I'm always on my stunting shit. I'm manifesting millions and willing to go and get it, bitch. At times I stop myself because my head be playing games and shit. But once I get a grip, I'm taking power from you lame ass tricks. Yeah. Cause Manson been the illest. Show me my opponent, I bet I eat him for dinner. You fucking with a winner killer, I can never lose. And if you try to cross me, bet your ass gon' sing the fucking blues. I'm fly like my shoes, James Gang, I'll redirect it. I'm a go-to living legend, but I'm hardly giving credit. Suckers thinking something sweet, come see me, bet your ass regret it. Boy, I ain't the one to start shit, but you bet your ass I dead it. It's me. Yeah, man, I'm ready to go out here, you feel me? Eating anything they put in front of me on wax, in these raps, in battle rings, on tracks. It's your boy Pac. A whole lot of pre-shit going on. Rest in peace, dog. Premeditated murder on you fuckboys. You dig? Pete, tell them what it is. Whole lot of UTK shit in the movie. Trapopoly gang in this bitch.
Yeah,
it's like a whole nother person when I see you in these videos, and then I'm sitting here
I fully embrace and embody the character. I just when I get in the zone, I always tell people like, this is Pac the cool, chill, laid back dude, and that's Manson. That's like the whole Charles Manson or whatever. That's the crazy side. Like
he up in the middle.
I play off that, so I always. Yeah, it's like a whole Jekyll and Hyde thing. It's like, oh, Pat, cool, but like when the Joker come out, that's Manson. He's the uncontrollable one. So, and I think people catch that, and they relate to that. Like, so it shows like, layers as far as artist development, character, where you can separate something and still. It's almost like. And I learned that a lot. Obviously, being a white rapper, you always get compared to Eminem. Well, if you're good, let me say you always get compared. But like, if you're a good white, like you're gonna get compared to Eminem. I always looked up to Eminem because I was like, as far as the ability to rhyme and rap words and create punchlines, I was like, this dude is the coldest dude I've ever heard do this. Right. So I would always, strive to hold myself to that level. And he was one of the same ways. Like he'd do the whole Slim Shady, Eminem, Marshall Mathers thing, and he would differentiate almost like personalities and make it a character. Well, it's Slim Shady that says that vulgar stuff, and Eminem's just the guy that does the good rapping. Yeah, so I try to play that, play a little thing on that too, because it just gives something for people to look for more or listen more lyrically. Like, oh, it's like he's talking to himself for real. So, and I think it conveys well.
Yeah, that motherfucker clean, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I was excited.
Yeah, he was watching
with how that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Say, yeah, you did your thing on that, man. Y'all better tap in with Manson, man, and get your video shot and edited.
Why so serious? Yeah, we got the studio. We can film music videos up there now too, so we can record it. And if you want to do like an in studio performance. We knock it all out at once type stuff. And then it's like the front of our studio is the t-shirt press and printing shop. We got the little convenience store next door. So if you want to be, posted up on the corner in front of the hood store or whatever, like we got options where we could do something like that, where you could literally pull up to the studio, record, and then shoot a video, and we start editing it that night. And, I don't always want to say like a 24-hour turnaround, but we tend to have a fairly quick turnaround and try and get it back to you. In a fairly reasonable amount of time, depending on how much footage we have and how much we actually shot. Usually we try and get it back to you within a week. But like if it's like some crazy, like if it's a Pac Manson video and I'm doing all this, got 50 people showing up in costume, it might take a little bit longer.
Right. Yeah. Shit. That's what's up.
Because my friend is looking to do.
And I've always done that with my people. I'm always like, hey, I'm not on no rush. I understand. I do a lot of theatrical stuff. Video wise, take your time to edit because I know you got to pour over footage, and you don't want to rush through some footage to trying to piece something together, and then you go back later and you're like, damn, I wish I would have used that footage. Because when you're doing on a set like that, you're gonna get a lot of theatrical footage, that you have to pour through. So I always tell them, hey, I'm not in a rush. Take your time. I trust your vision. I've always been that way, like with tattoos. Videographers and stuff. I was like, hey, this is your art form. Like, I'm coming to you because I trust your process. whatever it is that you do, that's your process. You do that, just like when I create music. So don't feel like I'm going to pressure you. You send me what you want. I'm not going to be asking for updates or whatever. What you send me is what I'm going to share.
Right.
Already.
But I feel like when you give them creative control, you're going to get a better product back. They're going to want to do that because it's going to be they're kind of at the helm. I flesh out ideas and lay the groundwork for like, this is kind of what I'm going for. And this is the look. But as far as sequence, like, for example, with the I'm Taking It video, I had no idea there'd be a 3-minute intro with cinematic score and all that to set up the music video. I had no idea. I just thought the stuff we were filming was footage for the music video. And then he sent me the trailer and I was like, bro, what the hell is this? Like a fucking movie. What the hell? Like, I was like, bro, people about to trip. They about to think I'm about to drop a movie. Like, so like, you know, like that comes in handy.
Doing that?
I actually have. I've been talking to some videographers that are actually film directors and script writers and stuff. And I'm starting to branch out over into that. I got a buddy that does a lot of my videos, like the guy that did the electricity stuff in Hero, my boy High Noon. He's actually the guy that did my Joker tattoo. He does a lot of acting. And he's, you know, getting me involved in some things like that, which one I always work with him. And he's been in television, you know, he's been on TV. He was on Tattoo Nightmares and had 2 seasons of his show on Spike TV and stuff. So he's familiar more with that. But, you know, live TVs or even recorded TV is not necessarily as much acting, but learning your way around the camera and stuff. So now that what he's doing acting is more comfortable in it. So, and I always tell people, like, up and coming artists, here's some free game. And they ain't going to tell you this. The industry will never tell you this. So if you're in here and you're an artist or you know somebody who's an artist, pass this on to them. A lot of us as artists feel like the end all be all is a record deal. Like, that's the only way we're going to get in the game. That's the only way we're going to make money or whatever. Nowadays, it's more like, you know, going platinum stream-wise or something.
Yeah.
But what they don't tell you is every single television show, movie, documentary, commercial, advertisement, every single one you'll ever see has a musical score to it. So if you start submitting your music to like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, things like that, and independent companies, you can get on like the Texas Board of Actors and submit things to script writers. Hey, I'm an artist. I'm willing to, you know, try out for a role or whatever. But if you need music or you know somebody who might, like, because they have shows that are going to have a hip hop scene, somebody might need a rock scene. Netflix and all them companies will pay you. They pay you for your song and the rights to certain parts of it. I know of my mom's friend whose son submitted 13 seconds of his song, 13 seconds to Netflix on some show I've never even seen or heard of. And he got $10,000 for it. One check. Wow. And I'm like, now imagine if you did that only once a month. Let's say you did that once a month for you made $120,000 just submitting snippets of music. That's not to include whatever else you may have done, touring or doing shows or selling merchandise or whatever.
Right.
And you know, you don't learn that until you get older. A lot of people don't even think outside that box, you know, like, because like I said, they don't tell you that. They don't want you to have that knowledge because they don't want you to be self-sufficient, because then you don't need to rely on the label or whatever. You can figure out ways to get your own self out there. So I just always try and share that because, you know, it's, you don't want to be stuck to a corporate giant, you know, and they say independence is the way to go if you're able to get it to a level. Now, if people are going to come behind you, put some money and stuff in you and get you branched out and make you a hotter commodity, there's, you know, that's always going to be a good look. But yeah, like tap into different various avenues of things like that, or even try acting, showing up, even if you're a background actor. You know, they pay like $75 to $150 a day and you're on set with the famous people, but you're just standing in the background. But that's how you're getting on set with like-minded individuals, other actors, film directors that you can then speak to about music submissions and things like that. And you're just building relationships with people who are in positions to help later on down the line.
That's what it's about too. Building relationships, man. Getting that, you know.
That's what they always say. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
Those facts. Y'all better soak up some of this game, my man, dropping on y'all.
I'm trying to lace them up.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't give the game. They want to sell the game. So take this free game.
Yeah.
I'm learning some shit, my damn.
I'm getting some freebies, like, people start thinking about that.
You have to go out there and check out the studio and shit.
Oh yeah. We right there off. We're actually right off 820 in Meadowbrook, so we almost right there in Arlington. You go right up 30 and take that 820 South exit.
Oh yeah, you in the Meadowbrook Woodhaven area.
Yeah, we right there off Meadowbrook and 820, right past the Taco Bell. Like they got the little quick pen. It's Jazzy Mac spot, you know. So she got us back there in the studio now. We running that mug 24/7. Like you can come in all hours of the day, you know, day or night. We got engineer in there for you. We're gonna have somebody ready to go, you know, that's gonna get you in and take care of you, and it's starting to turn now. Like it's just getting bigger and better each day. I'm supposed to go there, you know, here in an hour or so. They had somebody booked from 7 to 10, and then I'm supposed to go, you know, take Kate over there to flesh out one of these mic. We got a Mike Will song we about to do. It's gonna be like a strip club anthem. So I was like, you know, we throw that out there and see if that boom.
See that video.
And then I got right. I'm like, hey, we might have to do a video for this one. I'm gonna have to talk to James Garrison, the one from Tiger King, the one that was at the show last night, the millionaire dude. He owns like 5 or 6 strip clubs out here. I'm like, well, which ones do you own? Because that's the ones we're gonna go shoot at. We pulling up in the owner with you,
right?
You know
what I'm saying?
We up here with him, boy. Like this the big boss. So yeah, we supposed to go record that, and then like I said, I got the Aaron Cohen and Kilo track. I got like 4 or 5 more bars to write. I'm gonna do that here in a minute after the interview, and then call my people, be like, hey, you know, I'm good to slide through. I'm trying to come up here and, you know, give some more creativity out.
That's what's up, man.
I might have to go live. Yeah, I might have to go live on the book. Let people get a sneak peek tonight. You got me inspired.
Yeah, you got to do that, man. Yeah.
Just let them sneak peek from time to time. Let them get a little behind the scenes look of what's going on. Because then you're gonna build anticipation. They hear something they like. They like, ooh, hold up, what is he doing with that? I want to hear how that finishes.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Are you gonna do it? You should do a documentary of yourself.
I've been thinking about that ever since I saw the Kanye documentary. Now mine obviously won't be as in depth as his was, but I can cover because I got footage, you know, from back then, like starting doing shows and live from the block. You know, I got show footage from us doing stuff at like Palm Beach and Rolls Royce in Dallas in like 2009, and then this evolution of the block and my growth to doing shows and where we're at now. So I would be able to splice things in and out and talk about like the journey as an artist, and you know, also being a successful battle rapper and traveling and things like that. Because people were talking, they're like, Pac, like the thing about it is a lot of people can do it, but what keeps people drawn in is it interesting? You know, what are, you know, how can you capture our attention? Because today as citizens, you know, we have short attention spans. So it's like digital age and social media has made people's attention spans that much shorter. So you have to give them something interesting. Like some people might watch some of it, but if it's just like, oh, it's just this regular dude. But if you start tying in all the Joker stuff and the battle rap stuff and then the big producers and all that, people are going to be kind of drawn in. Like, this is kind of wild. So this is what it's like to, you know, kind of the journey.
Yeah, you should do that, man.
I'm definitely gonna look into that now. I will definitely look into that.
Yeah, it would make an interesting documentary, brother. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Especially editing abilities too. So
yeah. Oh yeah. I would have fun with that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man, you definitely do that. I would have already figured you've been working on something like that, man.
I've just been so caught up with the albums and the music videos, I'll be forgetting sometimes. I'm like, I got so much.
Shit, hell yeah, man. I still remember when you did that one with Tum Tum Roll one. That was.
Oh yeah, with Tum Tum and my boy D Rich, man. I'm supposed to be bringing D Rich back out on the Mike Will album. I'm supposed to get him a 16 too. He told me he got me, so, and he stay over by Meadowbrook. I'll be like, bro, pull down on me. We can bring you out of retirement one time.
What was it like working with Tum Tum, man?
Tom was really cool, man. That's my boy now. We real tight now. We done a lot of shows together. But initially, you know, at that time, you know, DSR was very big. He was peaking as far as like career trajectory. He was like, Yado was like the #2 video and song on BET 106 in Park at the time. He was all over the radio, all across the country, and had one of the Billboard like top 100 songs and stuff. So getting to work with him and it transpiring like that was really cool. And then him just being a humble dude and, you know, like, hey, I'm just, you know, they say you good, then you good. And D Rich already had established, he's like, that's my partner, Tom, and get packed good people. So, you know, and then it's just grown from there. Now it's like I said, we've done a lot of shows. We, you know, been out in public together at events, you know, but we're not performing that, but we're there together, just, you know, hosting or whatever. So it's cool because I tell people, like, when I was in jail, I was listening, like, I'm about to go play basketball, trying to get myself hyped to work out or something. I'm in there listening to Tussle and stuff. Like, I'm like, I'm working with these people. Like, this is crazy. And then I tell people, like, here's another true story, that if you ever think that, like, it can't happen to you type thing, you know what I mean? Like, in a good way. Since I told y'all earlier, and I'll bring it back around full circle, that I did the rock music thing when I first went to jail.
Right.
When I started doing the rap stuff, I was locked up at the Clemens unit, which is like 9 miles north of Galveston and a little bit south west of Houston. So there were a lot of people in there from Houston. This is like 2002, give or take. And when they started hearing me rap, they was telling me, Pac, you need to get out and work with Little Flip. Bro, I had no idea who the fuck Little Flip was. I had never heard of Little Flip. I was like, who the fuck is Little Flip? Like, what are y'all talking about? And they're like, man, you're a cat from Houston, screwed up Flip. Like, people work with you, Pac. I promise you think you're dope. And I'm like, okay. I didn't know he was like as big as he was. And then, you know, the videos come on Saturday night, Game Over come on, and I'm like, oh man, this is Little Flip. Like, I was like, bro, y'all tripping. I'm in the penitentiary. This man is clearly a millionaire. I'm just gonna get out of jail and work with him, right? He's just gonna be like, well, Pac, I want to work with you. So I always like make a joke about that, but I kid you not, I got out of jail like a few years later, and was not out. 4 months, had linked up with D Rich, and the first artist I ever went into the studio with was Little Flip. Wow. And sure enough, he heard me spit, and he was like, because, you know, he the freestyle king. He could have freestyle whatever. He heard my verse. He pulled out his phone and said, run that back from, and started writing. They're like, Pac, he writing for you. He like this. And he hooked me up. And I was like, these fools.
Oh, damn. He
wrote, I was like, this man predicted the future. Like, he wrote for me. He wrote that verse. And then he mixed and mastered it. He got behind the soundboard and engineered and did all the mixing for it. I was like, because he asked my boy Paradox, do you care if I do that? And I'm like, bro, this fool learn from DJ Screw. Hell yeah, he can mix and master this track.
Man, that's dope shit, man. That's dope shit. Hell yeah. I remember Paradox, man, when he had that studio.
Oh yeah, out there, Redline, out there off Wyatt.
Yep. Matter of fact, that right there was Truth. Truth was there. I was there, and then you showed up.
Oh yeah, we was always in there having something.
Yeah.
Now we back up at the new spot. And we're like, oh, we starting again. Here we go.
Just rekindle what you had where you left off.
Get the gang back together.
That's what's up, man. That is what's up. Boy, Paradox had that motherfucker on lock, man.
Man, he sure did. That's why I'm excited about this one, because I know what he brings to the table.
Yeah, he comes with it. He don't play, man. He don't play.
Yeah.
That's cool. Y'all bring back up.
Clients. Yeah, well, see, but that's my boy. So even when he was ducked off and getting married, like he was coming to Jay's for the fights, and me and him go fishing and stuff. Like, you know, it was just out of the public eye. But he was always telling me, like, Pac, I've been cooking beats. I want to come back. I miss it. And then it finally got to, like, within the past few weeks, he had been talking. And I was telling them, like, if we could find a spot, he's telling me, like, just find a spot and I'll come out. It just so happened that he lives in that area, like, right down the road. So it was like, it was just all, this is all meant to be. This just worked out perfect.
You know what I'm talking about? Universe made that. You know what I'm talking about?
We put that out there and it came back.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, you're yawning.
I'm tired.
No.
Tired. I worked this morning, so yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, I know. I did too. We'll play one more, and then we'll let you get on up out of here, man. I know you got things to do tonight. You know what I'm talking about? So,
yeah, I'm gonna hit these people back and tell them, you know, see what's going on with this studio, and probably trying to slide out here shortly and get up in there for y'all and try and put the finishing touches on this album so I can get it to the masses.
Already. So I'm gonna play I'm Taking It.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a go. This is a production right here. And this is another one I put together. I showed up and it's like, Pac, what are we gonna do? Do you have a location? Do you know anything? And I was like, yeah, I got a spot. Let's go here. And then we just pulled up and they're like, so what are we doing? And I was like, we just gonna create something like I always do. Like, let's get in here and have some fun. It just so happened that there were some Hispanic dudes. These didn't even talk English, but they were up there riding 4-wheelers.
Oh,
so like, oh, this is gonna work with the Joker. And my buddy RCX, his wife is actually a professional makeup artist, like cosmetologist and all that. Like she does like Hollywood makeup. So she literally made him. She did a 3-hour face makeup job on him, and he looked like, for the people that have already seen it, wow. For people who haven't, he literally looks exactly like Two-Face. She got the whole prosthetic silicone skin on him and everything. I was like, bro, what the? You literally look exactly like that fool. It tripped me out. I was like, yo, that is crazy looking. Like we burned shit. Okay. And shout out to Michael Rashad and Cloud9 for shooting the video. That's my brother, man. You know, we come up in this game together. It's been a long journey. I'm very proud of what he's accomplishing, you know, not only as an artist, but as a filmmaker now. He's actually at a show tonight, man. If people ain't got going on out in Dallas, he's actually got a show with Mr. Pookie and Tum Tum. And Bone the Mac and our homegirl, Lachey Love, and him are performing out there, hosted by my boy Sly That Guy. So I was like, they got a line up that night.
Yeah, I've been
seeing that. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay.
He got down on this video. He blew me away with this one. I was like, Mike, you outdid yourself.
Oh yeah. And, you know, this is gonna be my first time viewing it. So.
Oh man, like, y'all in for a treat. This picks up where the Hero video left off. Essentially, this would be like the next one.
Okay.
So we tying things together at this point.
All right. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. We finna get it in. I'm taking it. You know what I'm talking about? It's
shout out to my boy RCX.
Man, yeah, it's about Two-Face. Where you at? Like you said, we meeting at 3:00. You ain't here, and I just got him. Like, he ain't gonna call Joker. He ain't gonna do none of that. He ain't doing nothing. I got the briefcase of money. I got it. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't got no goons.
Yeah, I'll be there. Okay, thanks.
Joker, what you talking about? He ain't not gonna call that Joker. He ain't nothing. Wait, No! Get you ass in there.
What's the goddamn deal? It's your boy Pac Manson, RCX. You better hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your money. Because if we see that shit, we taking it.
If you got some shit that I want, I'm taking it. If you strip that thick grip, I'm taking it. Dip quick, get
whip, I'm taking it. I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it. If you got some shit that I want, I'm taking it. Shit, my man is your bitch, I'm taking it. Put a stick in your thick chick, cause she taking it. I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it. If you got some shit that I want, I'm taking it. Enemies, I'll say your name when I'm making hits. Pro Second Amendment, cause I play with sticks. Cop up in the kitchen, my chopper make them bacon bits. Dropping dope hits like I'm making bricks. So I can buy some new bands in my favorite kicks. When haters hear my new shit, it's gonna make them quit. Locals living in my shadow, like they aiming jet. All these women chasing me might have to make some bitch. My dick is like a chopper, I say spraying chicks. Your girl just told me you got a baby dick. IG live when we fucking, we be making flicks. She said she wanted to do a red, like give her the train ticket. She said my dick is too big, but I'ma make it fit. Text her phone, my number later, I'ma save it, bitch. She come my phone knocked up, I'ma save it, bitch. If you got some shit that I want, I'm taking it. If you drip strip that thick grip, I'm taking it. Dip quick in your sick whip, I'm taking it. I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it. If you got some shit that I want, I'm taking it. Shit, my man is your bitch, I'm taking it. Put a stick in your thick chick, cause she taking it. I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it. When I first heard this track, I thought I'm taking it. Make it mine against this will, I guess you'd say I'm raping it. Ruthlessness, heroes of this rap game. Packs they making hits. Stupid bitch, give me what you got or I'ma take the shit. Make you strip, show me ass and tits. I need all that, oh, you already know. At the club jumping, so I'm yelling out Geronimo. Now let's go. Who really wanted with me? A little bit twisted, kid. I shift this joker mentality. I'll hack and dice to end your life, this vocal hostility. Then keep on spitting crazy shit like I was Gordon Ramsay. High as the NASDAQ, little bit throwed, I'm past that. Radioactive blast on wax when we drop this track. RCS don't need his hazmat suit in the booth. I'm the truth, just ask your girl if you need some proof. She wild as lush, one made me bust one quick. Now player, who is you? It's Manson, little bitch, couldn't be more articulate. This little pump a stupid hoe, and if it don't, we gon' claim your shit. If you got some shit that I want, I'm taking it. If you drip strip that thick grip, I'm taking it. Dip quick in your sick whip, I'm taking it. I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it. If you got some shit that I want, I'm taking it. Shit, my man is your bitch, I'm taking it. Put a stick in your thick chick, cause she taking it. I'm taking it, bitch, I'm 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 taking it. Pac Manson, I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it. Shout out to I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it. I'm taking it, bitch, I'm taking it.
Man. Say that whole man. Salute, bro. That motherfucker. Okay, that motherfucker go hard right there. That motherfucker go hard right there, man.
I like I said, I just try to keep giving them visuals that they gonna enjoy.
Man, straight moving. You know what I'm talking about, bro? You say, man, you should already be diamond right now.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to give them some classics. I know. If nothing else, when it's all said and done, they're gonna look back in history in Fort Worth and be like, "Oh yeah, that boy was a diamond in the rough right there. He definitely a pioneer and a legend as far as his imagery and ability to." And then like what I did with the Battle Rap League and getting us off the ground and blowing us up on that, right? And the music stuff. I'm like, I'm very grateful and appreciative of the opportunities I've had. So, I try not to be big headed or let that shit go to my head because, I always remember it could all be taken away.
Already, man. You got to stay humble,
Oh, yeah.
And you do a great job of that, man.
You got to have the attitude of gratitude. You get what you give. You give out that gratitude, you're going to get it back. So,
most definitely, man. Man, definitely an honor to have you on the platform, man.
And I appreciate it. It's always good to connect and give people some insight, lace them up on what I got going, show some of the behind the scenes and workings of my wild mind. And I'm excited to let y'all hear what's coming next. Like I know the few limited reactions I've got and I know what's about to happen when people hear it, because I'm like, boy, it's a different animal.
We're gonna have to definitely bring you back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want to see what that new video gonna be like.
Yeah. That
oh yeah. We cooking some stuff up.
I know that motherfucker be off the chains.
Right.
When y'all that strip song.
Man,
I gotta see that.
Porky. Yeah, that motherfucker Porky. So I'm like, oh, we about to go. We about to go up.
Yeah, man. Say, let everybody know where they can find you, where they can find your music.
All right. I'm on all social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that. Pac Manson. Actually, my Snapchat's like P Manson 23, but all the other big ones are Pac Manson. And then you can just search YouTube, my YouTube page. If people want to subscribe and follow the channel, is Pac Manson. That's where I upload all my videos. I'm also on Live from the Block, as far as the battle rap tip goes, and then anything musical related, you can search on Spotify, SoundCloud, Dat Piff. Like I said earlier, I got like 7 mixtapes, like full complete mixtapes on Dat Piff. I got a couple mixtapes on SoundCloud. And then, like the music videos and whatnot, and anything that's generated on like Spotify and uploaded online, it's all under Pac Manson. So.
Already, man. You got any up and coming shows coming?
The next show we got is September 23rd with Mayday, Wax, and Potluck, or 1 Ton of Potluck. It's their national tour. It is sponsored by Monster Energy. That'll be here at the Rail Club. It's on a Friday night, and it's my boy Big Cliff's birthday bash. So his rap rock band, Remember the Name, is co-headlining with myself, and that's about to be a big show. Like we've already done like close to 3K in ticket sales on that. We haven't even really started promoting because it ain't till the end of next month.
Man.
So I'm like, oh, we about to pack this one out.
Man, hard working, baby. I see it.
Yes, sir. The grind don't stop.
No, it don't. I respect the grind, man. I respect everything that you do, man. Before we get you out of here, how do you feel you have impacted your community?
Oh, I feel like I've definitely been a positive influence to not only the battle rap community and the music community as a whole, looking around at the people that I came in with and what we're all doing now, the Smooth Vegas and then the Osama with the Live from the Block. I always believed we were capable of it, but like we have all leveled up exponentially. Like looking at where we were at 10 years ago to where we're at to this day, it's like, man, like we all have carved out our path. And then I continue to share that, like giving people like Peyton, because Peyton's only 24, people like him the opportunity and the knowledge to be able to get connected with these people that are able to help him throw shows, DJ, booking venues, things like that. I feel like that's what it's all about. Like somebody eventually came along one day and gave me a hand to get my foot in the door. So when I'm in an opportunity to do the same thing, I absolutely want to do that for the people that, have been there supporting me. They choosing to support me. They didn't have to do that. They could have done anything else, but they was like, no, we're going to support you. So I feel like that's impacted it as well. Like I said, with the battle rap, because once we went viral like we did and blew up, it was crazy. I always believed the potential. That's why I was always invested in putting my money and pushing for it the way I was. But when it actually happened, we was like, oh, Lord, like, this is really happening. So
right.
So I feel like I've left a lasting legacy out there. Like I feel like if I stop today, my legacy's intact and secure as an artist, as a battle rapper from Texas. But I'm not stopping, and there's more on the way, and it's only getting bigger each time I do something. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna keep seeing what happens. Like at this point, it just keeps getting bigger and better. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna just keep trying to open doors.
Already. Shit. You got anything you want to ask before we get on out of here, Selena?
I'm really intrigued. I'm gonna go watch some more of these videos of what I'm fixing to do. I want to go see some of these battles.
Yeah, we didn't even get off into the battles.
Hey, we look. Shout out to my league Live from the Block. They trying to get me out of retirement. They offered me a battle today that I have been trying to get for 2 years with Al G's. But I got so much stuff popping right now after last night's show. I was like, hey man, I'm not saying no, but that's the last thing on my mind right now. So let me get back to you because I got to finish this album in the next few weeks, and I got to see what these investment opportunities. Like, this is some big boy money, so that's got the bulk of my attention right now. Like,
right.
So,
you know, you got to do what you got to do to
yeah, I was
provide.
like, this requires my attention. I was like, I've established myself, and I'm certified forever in Live from the Block. My status will never be removed, but this was just more of a one-off for the fans to let them know what I'm still capable of. But there's pressing matters at hand, so I'm focusing on that.
Already, most definitely, man. Well, shit, man. Thanks for being on the platform, man. Definitely
Absolutely,
appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all reaching out to me and giving me a place to share some thoughts, share some knowledge, share some music and some conceptual ideas. And yeah, we definitely gonna have to link back again. Once this album out and some of the visuals, we gonna have to bring it back and run it back and let the people hear what we created.
Most definitely. Oh man, hold up, Tony in the building, and he's talking.
Oh, my boy DJ Tony Snow.
Hey, he said,
That's
"I've
my
known
boy.
Pac almost
That's
as
my boy.
long as Deuce's favorite auntie."
Boy, I ain't afraid to get it. They fool.
I know it, man.
They be trolling, they be making me laugh. I'm like, y'all be making me laugh. That's good people, man. D Spray and Tony Snow, man. That's some good people right there.
Yeah, they is, man. You don't smoke with Tony though. I'm gonna tell you right
Boy,
now. Don't hit his rig,
you
man.
can, but you're going to end up like this. You might as well be smoking with Snoop Dogg.
For real, man.
How you gonna feel?
Don't smoke with Tony. If y'all is not ready to smoke, like you claim you can smoke, don't fuck with Tony.
Tony gonna pull your card if you ain't about that life.
For real. I tell you what, I will hit his rig one good time. Cause I remember the very first time I met him and nobody fucking warned me. Ricciano, nobody warned me about him. Man, nigga threw me up under the table with that motherfucker. Man, I'm just fucked up. Yeah, I learned the hard way. So shit, whenever I see him, no, I'm gonna hit it one good time. You hit that motherfucker again. Nope, I'm good. Nope. Gotta run. I gotta run from him. Shit, man.
Oh yeah. He gonna get you right. True right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say true right, man. Yeah. Shit. But yeah, man, definitely got to bring you back. I appreciate you being on the show, man.
Sure, for sure. Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna make sure we put your music videos, man, in rotation on the Tuesday show.
Indeed.
I know, I'm about to put him on my list for Monday.
Yeah, say my partner got a radio show on Mondays. So and we got plenty of man. So and it gets
I'm big on support, so anything I can do to share and help provide eyes, ears, and platform,
Same.
Tell me what to do and I'm gonna make it happen. And if I can't, I know somebody that can.
Yeah, I sent you a friend request. You'll start seeing because I'm checking like crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on there and respond to all that. I got all types of stuff coming in now.
Already. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow him. Subscribe to this channel here so y'all don't miss out on great interviews like this, man. You know what I'm saying? We heavy in the streets, man. I appreciate everybody for getting heavy in the streets. So we're gonna give another round of applause for Manson. It's Manson, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's definitely going down, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it again.
Already, man. You have a blessed night, man, and enjoy your night.
Y'all do the same. Enjoy y'all's evening and y'all's weekend.
You too.
Already.
Indeed.
Yeah. Y'all. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is, man. This your boy Clarence G. I appreciate everybody for getting heavy with it's your boy, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's definitely going down. But I'm finna get out of here like last year's motherfucking thong, to be honest with y'all, man. So big shout out to everybody. Make sure you share this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. This Tuesday at the round table is gonna go down. Music reviews. We're gonna be doing the music reviews, man. So make sure you tap in. You know what I'm saying? And tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell that nigga in the alley, man, about heavy in the streets where you know it always goes down. You know what I'm talking about? and I'm gone like last year's thong.
What's good, world? Valentine on the track. It's a G'd up clip presentation.
I'm so cold the way I do my thing on the block. Got you looking now. See, I'm ice cold. The way your boy can make a knot. Whoa, the streets know this G throw. Don't ask what the stain is. That's none of your biz. But you see what it is when I put it in.